Good evening. I am Sam. Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? The tradition of quoting Dr. Seuss lives on. And tonight, it doesn't seem surreal. It was just 4 years ago, I sat and watched as my brother Christopher spoke at his graduation. And I thought to myself, I want to speak at my graduation. But how is that possible? I'm not funny and outgoing like him, so senior class president was out of the question. And I hate public speaking, and student body was definitely not an option. And then there was the valedictorians. But you had to be smart. I mean, come on, that's a lot of hard work in 4 years. So, I had 4 years. I had a way to find a way here. And luckily I stand before you. After 4 years, it's still nerve-wracking, but I'm student body president and a valedictorian. And Dr. Seuss has a great quote for the seniors. We've had a challenge road to get here. We've had our ups and downs. Dr. Seuss says, I've heard there are troubles in more than one kind. Some come from ahead, and some come from behind. But I bought a big bat, and I'm all ready, you see. My troubles are going to have troubles with me. Now, school was a struggle for me. When I came into foster care, I should have been finishing 2nd grade. But instead, they put me in kindergarten because I couldn't read, spell, or write. I had a speech impediment, and I was entitled to reading. My IQ was in the 80s. I had never been to school, and so I was placed 2 grades behind. I hated school. It was the worst possible place to go. I felt dumb. I was made fun of because I couldn't say my R's correctly. And my foster sister was much better than me. She's 2 years younger. She read Harry Potter books while I was still reading Captain Underpants. But that changed when I got to 3rd grade. In 3rd grade, I had a teacher that showed me that I could become anything I wanted to be. Become anyone in the world. I started doing better in school. I made friends because I had skipped 2nd grade to be 1 year closer to my classmates. I had friends my age, and that teacher was Mrs. Appleton. And after leaving 3rd grade, I thought to myself, I want to be a 3rd grade teacher like her, to change children's lives like mine. After elementary, you go to middle school, and we're all awkward at that stage, so we'll leave that one. And then you have high school, and all the challenges you face. Signing up for your high school classes, everyone's excited to take Spanish. It's a new challenge, it's a new language. Wrong, it's terrifying. Sorry, but it's fun. Spanish stood in my way of my GPA. There may have been tears over a low test score or bad dialogue, but I wasn't the only one in the class that cried. In Spanish, I survived it for 3 years, and then I got out. But those of you who stuck out 4 years, bravo. Bien hecho. I had asked Ms. Finley for help on that one. But other seniors had other challenges, like college algebra, dual credit English, even those who stuck out calculus for a year. You did it. But we all had our challenges. And, you know, we've overcome them. We're here. And high school was a growing experience for me. Now by my height or shoe size, I still wear a child size 4. But, you know, by the teachers that have influenced me, like Mrs. Freeberg, Ms. Finley, and Coach Topper. They've changed my life. And GoFairGrove has so many amazing teachers, all the way from elementary to high school, that I'm going to become a teacher one day because of this. Challenges come from classes and clubs like student council, and I was stressed out of my mind. But I kept saying yes and taking on tasks. But I didn't buy a bat. Instead, I went to my parents. Ever since they adopted me, they became my heroes. I looked to them for advice and wisdom. I knew they loved me unconditionally, and they supported me in everything I did. But I also had someone else helping me along the way. That was my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He helped me overcome challenges in my past while preparing me for challenges in my future, like speaking here tonight. And after clubs and all the stress, I've gained some wisdom, luckily, over the last 4 years. So, did something right, teachers. But I'd like to share some of that with you tonight. First off, do your homework, it pays off in the end. Get involved in clubs and sports. They become your family. Try not to stress. Say no to extra tasks if you can't do them. take classes that you enjoy, but classes that push you and challenge you. Enjoy these 4 years. They go by faster than you think, at least the last day of school it does. And then freshmen, shower and use deodorant. Every day. Everyone knows it's true. Sophomores, keep going. You're halfway there. And juniors, this is one thing you can't say no to. Start looking for scholarships now, because your mom and dad will hunt you down, I promise. And seniors, class of 2013. We finally made it after 13 years. We made some good memories, like in the 4th grade when Zach Smith and I ate a dead and spicy grasshopper from some foreign country and spent the rest of the day in Mr. Frazie's office. We got so bored that day, I went and snuck into Miss Wisdom's office and took away Waldo's books and read those. Or, remember in middle school we got banned from the library for playing eye tag? A harmless game of just tagging each other with your eye. We got banned from the library. And of course, we all remember 7th grade, lunch detention. The only class so far that had to sit at least a solid month alphabetically and no talking during lunch. That was us. Well, seniors, some of us, it's time to say our goodbyes. Some will move away and study law, and some will stay here to study medicine. But we have new challenges to face, new paths to follow. And with that, we have a whole new life to take on. And yes, you'll stress out when there's challenges, but I encourage you not to buy a bat, but to turn to God and do as Joshua 1:9 says, be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Thank you.